Let's go indeed. Hey everyone, it's me, Super Andy the YouTuber, and welcome to Super YouTuber Battles Extras Calamity Hazards. For anyone wondering, I'm not going to be doing these Super YouTuber Battles Extras anymore because I find that a bit annoying. Yep. For anyone that didn't see the Stages Volume 1 video, I said in that video that there were a lot of stage hazards in this one that deserves its own video. With the subject of the moving platform at the very top, we don't know what they are. Well, now we do. Remember I said in that video that these color switches would be important. Well, they each have their own theme with them. Self-effect, enemy rival, castle fights back, and random skits. I'm pretty sure that most of you will probably know what they mean now, but I'm going to go over this one little thing about the stage hazards. How does the stage hazard work in the Calamity Castle stage? Simple. Hitting the switch will force a randomized event to happen. They can either benefit you, they can either hurt you. It doesn't matter what. But if the switch is ever hit, then it will trigger an event. How can it be hit? Attacking it, jump on it, or get knocked into it. However, only one effect can happen on screen at a time, so it can't just be bombarded with hazards, especially what's going to be happening with the last two. Does that all make sense? I hope it does, because let's begin! Starting off first is self-effect. These things will mostly try to affect yourself personally. The first one up, classic explosion. It just explodes in place after 2 seconds. Did you hit it? After 2 seconds? Boom. That's it. The second one up, fire rises. Once hit, a fire will actually appear. That will stay in there for 7 seconds. If you touch it, it hurts you. And since it appears immediately, it does some multi-hitting damage before launching you. It's not a lot of multi-hitting though, so it's not a big deal, I think. It damages anyone that if anyone touches it, it damages people, but also it can destroy projectiles as well. So that's another thing to be cautious about. Third one up, balloon push. Once hit, a pea balloon will appear from the ground. This does not damage you. In fact, once it stays there, it does not actually damage anyone. It stays in place and acts like a bumper. A bumper, which I believe first appeared in Melee. No, 64 because of one of the stages. Either way, a bumper is basically, it won't damage you, but it will knock you back. Doesn't do any knockback, but it just pushes you away. Like Flood, but with more force. That's pretty much what this is. It just pushes people away, if ever hit. Now, the other one I'm going to show you actually doesn't show, but I'll try and base it off of 2 things. 1 and 2. So yeah. Fourth one, mushroom. This definitely benefits you. Basically, a mushroom item appears anywhere, and if you touch it, you grow in size for 10 seconds. The grow effect is basically, you may have a bigger hitbox, but you don't launch far, and you do more damage due to you being big. And you have bigger hitboxes. So it's a very good item to get. However, it could also backfire on you, considering that other people could get the mushroom as well. Last one up for the sub-effect, poison mushroom. It is basically the opposite of the mushroom in terms of the effects. Poison mushroom item appears. If you touch it, it will shrink it for 10 seconds. You're a bit more quicker on the ground and have good jumps. However, you have pathetic weight. You are light to KO and your damage isn't good either. So try to be careful. Alright, the next switch, enemy rival. Once hit, a random Mario enemy will appear, doing whatever it does. First one up, bombs. First one up is a bomb. It pretty much acts like a regular bomb item in Smash Bros, but you can't pick it up. Basically, once spawned, it will actually walk around the stage trying to get near players. If it touches anyone, it explodes. If it gets damaged, it explodes. If it waits too long, it explodes as well. Just your generic bomb. Second one, Hammer Bro. And I think a Hammer Bro is his trophy in Smash Bros. Ever since Brawl. Basically, it'll just throw hammers. It'll just throw like 2 or 3 hammers, and sometimes it might jump while throwing the hammers. It can be KO'd by attacks. And the next one for enemy rival, latching foes. A blooper, a piranha plant, or rather a jumping piranha plant, or whatever this is, will actually, once hit, it will actually latch onto the person that hit it right away. This was multi-hitting damage, but not launching damage. It just, how do I say what I was saying? Right, I gotta say it. It just sucks on your head. What else do you want me to say? It sucks on your head doing multi-hitting damage. They stay on your head for a while, then they disappear. However, there are 2 ways to get rid of it. One, like I said before, they'll leave after 5 seconds. Or second, your attack will actually damage it as well. So, example, if you punch an opponent, it will also damage the person that's it also attaches the latching enemy as well. If it takes around 20 damage, it will automatically be KO'd. So what do you want me to say? Of course it's sucking on their head. Next one, Chain Chomp. It will spawn in a random location and try and chomp on players. It will leave after a bit, but if you get hit by it, it will chomp on you doing multi-hitting damage. If you actually touch it, it will also damage you as well. It can be KO'd, but it does need you need to do a lot of damage on it. It's very best to just wait for it to disappear. Finally, Thwomp. After a bit, like 5 seconds, it will slam down on the spot where it was pressed. It also will instantly break shield, so don't even try to shield on it. This could be a really good way in multiple situations. For example, after it spawns, you could try to like manipulate your rival to actually be where the Thwomp spawns and have them take the damage, and then do more attacks on them. This one's a good strategize, but just be careful, as it does do a lot of damage. Next switch up, and yes, new music. Castle fights back. Pretty much, the castle will actually be affected. In this stage itself, I didn't say it, but the castle will actually be in the background, not in the foreground. Why? Because of these hazards. First one up, cannon attack. Cannonballs will be shot in random locations from the sides. They'll damage foes if they hit them with it. However, if they are actually on the ground, they'll act like bombs, exploding after a while. It's a pretty wacky one, and if the bomb stays on the ground, you can manipulate it as well, like with the Thwomp. just a bit more easier, I think. Next one, Bullet Frenzy. Is pretty much the cannon attack hazard earlier, like the last one I just talked about. However, they only go straight instead of just being launched. And due to this, they can now land on the ground acting like bombs. Next one, Bwah! You know like Kamehameha mean? It's pretty much that, or that shoot the whoop, pretty much that. The castle will actually blast like a beam in the sky, and in a random location, it will blast down on the ground as well. It will do multi-hitting damage before launching them with the final hit. It is pretty deadly. Best to avoid this one. Otherwise, yeah. Next one, Crushing Revenge. This is why I said it will be in the background, not in the foreground. The castle flies up, and then smashes at the place where it was pressed. This actually doesn't launch players if they're on the ground. In fact, it buries them. And then if they're in the air, it's a meteor smash. So yeah, this is definitely the second most deadly one. Why second? Because the final one up is Bonsai Nuke. A countdown will appear, counting down from 10. Once it reaches 0, most of the stage gets nuked. How to avoid this one? Go to the edge. That's your best bet of safety. Otherwise, you're getting nuked. Final one up, random skits. Cause why not? These are, like I said, random skits. It could be any type. It could be random things. This one I was concerned on giving it more than the regular 5, but for now I'll just give it 5. First one up, Fishing Lakitu. Once appeared, a Lakitu will actually appear and try to grab anyone with its fishing rod. If it can't, it will actually fly up and try to drag them up out of the stage. They can mash buttons to get out, but if not, it's a star KO. You can KO him and he does disappear after a while, but pretty much you got an annoying you got an even more annoying version of the Nabbit. Good luck. Next, flip it. The screen is flipped for a while, making down up and up down. Yep, and also left right and right left. It pretty much just flips the entire screen. Be careful about this one, as like I said, the screen is flipped. So up is down, down is up. Football! We all like football! And no, not that soccer stuff. Get that stuff out of here. Anyway, a football item will actually appear on stage. It acts like a regular throwable item. Think of the power as similar as the ray gun. Pretty weak. But after a while, charging chucks in a group would charge and then try to grab it. If they also hit opponents on the way to get the football. They'll stop once they get the football. However, don't even try to throw it off stage, as the football item will immediately spawn back. The only way for this to stop if they get the football. However, he goes to maneuver it in ways so it can damage opponents before they get the football. Strategize with this one, boys. You were expecting the next one, but it was me! Damn! I'm kidding. But this one is peanut butter jelly time. It's just a meme. If you're in the background, we're all singing peanut butter jelly time. Nothing changes. It's pretty much just it's just pretty much a meme. That's it. A classic one of that, but just a meme. Final one up for all of it. Superstar. Mario, not SMG4 or SML Mario, but the Mario from the Calamity Mario series will actually appear in an attempt to actually hit anyone with actual punch. If they do, the stage is filled with damaging attacks, pretty much similar to this. Sorry, I'm glad I managed to squeeze that in. That's the end. So, Super about extras, Calamity Hazards. Wow, a video of me talking about a whole bunch of things that doesn't end up being over 30 minutes long. It's gonna be at least 20, but hey, I'm at least glad of that. Thank you all so much for watching this. The Calamity Mario series is one of, if not the most popular Mario pixel animations out there. I wanted this to be about the classic stuff. I know there's a whole bunch of interpretations of the Calamity Mario series. However, I really just want to be about just those specific ones because they were the first ones. But all your other Calamity Mario videos are still good as well. Now, what's gonna happen in the future with Super YouTube Battles? Well, I'm taking a break. Yep, I may love working on this series, but we all gotta know when to take a break on it, and my break is now. Plus, I also have to wait for Sunset Paradise to be done for Maggie's moveset. As I said, I was gonna wait for her in the stages video until Sunset Paradise is finished. And actually, this was the only exception. The stages was actually the final video for now. But I want to squeeze a little extra because I love you guys. But overall, thank you all so much for watching and for being with me throughout not just with Super YouTuber's history, but with all of my history. I never thought I'd become the man I am today, making all of this content for you guys. You are the epic man. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Super about to take a break for now, but I will be focusing on other content like Super Shell Art, video games, and a lot of other stuff as well. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. It really means a lot about that so many people like you are still staying with to this day. Yeah, thank you so much. Anyway, we hope you all enjoyed this video. And before we leave, Randy, heck yeah, it's time to celebrate my death scene!